Hey, let's talk about dating more than one man at a time because this is something that I hear a lot from women. It's either A, Keisha, is this okay? Or is something along the lines of, Keisha, like I've had friends who told me that I should date more than one guy at a time, and I'm not one of those girls. I'm just not like that. So let's be clear. In saying something like the latter, you are making a judgment, and this is a no judgment zone here, and that goes both ways. If you feel like not dating more than one man at a time is not for you, then I'm not going to come on here and tell you that you. But I do want you to hear why this might be something for you to consider. So, when it comes to dating more than one man at a time, here's something that I want to be very clear. We're talking about dating here. We are not talking about sleeping with. We're not even talking about, any other type of physical intimacy because I believe all physical intimacy is intimacy. So that is kissing, that is making out, that is any of that stuff. If you are dating more than one person at a time, you want to be very careful with your pacing here. You want to be very careful with making sure that your boundaries are respected. Well, that's just in general. Making sure in any relationship that you're in, you're not going, further faster than you would like. And you definitely want to make sure that you have all of your hormones in check with the idea of having multiple options. But that being said, so one of the advantages of dating more than one person at a time is that for a lot of the women who come to me, they don't have a lot of dating experience. And the issue with not having a lot of dating experience is you don't really know what you want in a man. And the reason why you don't really know what you want is because you haven't really met lots of different types of people. So I see this especially when it comes to working with Christian women and even some clients that I've had who aren't Christian, but they come from very deeply religious backgrounds. So, Muslim, Jewish, you name it. The issue is I see these women who are so bent on marriage, and that's the only thing that they've really thought about. They want to be in a relationship for the purpose of getting married. Is I ask them, hey, what do you want in a man? And the answer I get is, I want someone who loves God and who's nice. And those are great things. Those are great qualities to want in a man. But do you have enough dating experience to know, for example, if you want someone who has a sense of humor? This was a big one for me. Does sense of humor mean that he makes a lot of jokes, he cracks a lot of jokes, or he can take a lot of jokes? Because when I started dating back when I was single, that was one of my qualities, sense of humor. And it took me dating a few guys and going on some dates and cracking a joke, saying something that I thought was funny and getting blank stares back. Or making a joke that I thought was innocent and a guy getting mad at me over it. So I had to date enough to know that one of my requirements for the man who became my husband was that he got my sense of humor. And there's little things like that that come up that when you don't have a lot of dating experience, you just don't know to ask for that relationship. So there's one advantage to dating more than one man at a time. I have two more. So the second is that it puts you in control. So this is particularly important for those of you who have a tendency to fall really fast in a relationship, or if you are in a position where you've been single for a long time and you just really want to be in a relationship, or let's just be real, a certain age and you feel like the clock is ticking. So now you are in a rush to get married. And I'm not saying that anyone is old because I meet women who are in their 40s and the clock is ticking for them. I meet women who are 21, 22, 23, and they feel like the clock is ticking for them. So age that is for you. But if you are in that type of position, when you're dating just one man, the issue is that you start to put everything on that man. you expect him to be all things to you. And that is a lot of pressure on him. It also causes you to judge him a little bit more harshly. So if you're kind of laid back, if you're having a date on Saturday with one guy and you're seeing another guy the next week or whatever, you're more likely to actually take the time to get to know these men. You're more likely to really think about how they make you feel, not constantly trying to audition on every single date to impress someone. You are more in control of your feelings because you know for a fact that you have options out there. And the third reason is if you do, again, have this tendency to fall quick, this is going to kind of force you to slow down a little bit because there is more than one person to fall for. So if you are considering, after listening to me, hey, maybe I do want to give this a shot. Maybe if I've gone on one date with someone and another guy asks me out, I will go on a date with him as well and just see how I feel. Just let things flow naturally. How would I go about doing that? Well, there are two huge keys in doing something like this, and that would be honesty and respect. And yes, honesty and respect are huge things if you're dating just one person, but especially in the case of if you're dating more than one person at a time, then we have to talk about another kind of honesty and respect, and that is honesty and respect towards dating more than one person and towards how they may feel about it. So what that means is if you are dating more than one person at a time and a guy that you go on a date with asks you, are you dating more than one person at a time? Then you're honest about it. You say yes. And you explain whatever your reasons are for that. You can say, hey, I value my time. Marriage is a priority to me. And because I'm very serious about meeting the right partner for me, I don't want to limit my options. So I'm going to continue to date until I meet a man who is worth settling into an exclusive relationship with. That was the speech that I used to give, by the way. But also respect, because I hear this. Well, what if I'm dating two guys and I like both, and I tell them the truth, and then one or both decide that they can't deal with that? Well, you have to be respectful enough to understand that, and to understand that, yeah, some people have a problem with that. This is something you should consider before you make that decision. If you can't handle the idea that some men are not going to like you dating more than one person, then you probably should not do it. It's as simple as that. If you're willing to be bold and to be honest and to have those discussions in a respectful way, then yeah, this is something you should move forward with. But when it comes to that respect, you have to realize that just as you have preferences, then the men that you go out on dates with, they have preferences too. And this may be why you don't date more than one man at a time. You don't want the men that you date to date more than one woman at a time. Completely understandable. But as long as you have that type of respect, as long as you're willing to be honest, then these are some things that you should consider. If you are dating more than one man at a time, it allows you to build up some dating experience and get really clear on what you want. It allows you to keep your emotions in check and not fall quite as quick. And it puts you in a little bit more control. So let me know your thoughts on this. I would be really interested in knowing how you feel. Have you tried dating more than one person at a time before? Is it something that you would be willing to try? Just let me know. I will talk to you guys later. Love you all. Bye.